Today I am sharing with you all my go-to pizza crust and pizza sauce recipe for whenever I want to homemade pizza real quick. And if you make your own pizza at home, you control the ingredients. Of course, there will be less calories than the pizza joints down the road. So that won't make you feel as greasy and guilty later, right? That said, let's bake some pizza today. A very warm welcome to my channel Time to Cook. Okay, to prepare the pizza sauce you will need tomato pulp and seasonings. I will show you how I prepared this thick tomato pulp. Well, for the pulp I kept a ratio of 1:12 for bell peppers and tomatoes. Bell peppers offers deep intense red color and also helps to saturate the acid within the tomatoes. Make sure to use it. First, to cook tomatoes and bell pepper, I am using pressure cooker into which I am adding roughly chopped tomatoes and bell peppers and just add 1/8 cup of water and not more than that. Close the lid and pressure cook for 3 whistles. Turn off the heat and allow natural release. Now this step is very important where you have to strain out excess water and just collect the pulp of tomatoes and bell pepper. Between, I haven't discarded this tomato broth. Instead, I prepared carrot soup from it, and at last I will share how I prepared carrot soup from the tomato broth. So, make a smooth paste of it. Sieve it to discard all the seeds and skin from the tomatoes. Look at the pulp. It's nice, thick and smooth already, isn't it? Well, to season it up, take a pan, add butter, and now if you want at this point saute onion and garlic first. I don't prefer to add onion and garlic just because these seasonings already contains them in dried form. Add salt to taste, freshly grounded peppercorn, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and just 2 teaspoons of ketchup. Add cinnamon powder half teaspoon. I forgot to show that. Seasoning you can taste and adjust your personal preference. Allow to simmer for 2 to 3 minutes until it thickens up. When you see a pick in your pizza sauce, it's just that you want. This super thick and rich sauce is my go-to red sauce and it's great for a lot more than just pizza. Pizza is all about pizza dough. To make pizza dough, I am taking 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half cup of water, 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, half teaspoon of sugar, half teaspoon of instant yeast, and 1/8 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. Make sure you bring yeast to the room temperature before you start, and you can either add instant yeast directly to the flour or to activate the yeast, take 1/2 cup of lukewarm water. To it, add half teaspoon of sugar and half teaspoon of instant yeast. Mix with a fork and cover with the lid and let it bloom. Activating of yeast takes around 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, all set. Then, to your stand mixture bowl, add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, salt to taste, 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil and the yeast water. Attach the hook and at speed 2, let it combine. I needed just extra 2 teaspoons of water. Allow to knead at speed 2 straight for 5 minutes. The dough is well kneaded when it leaves the edge of the ball. After 5 minutes, the dough should be smooth, slightly elastic and tacky. Either lightly grease a large mixing bowl with olive oil and paste the dough into the bowl, cover the lid and leave it on the kitchen counter till it doubles, or depending on the weather conditions, use Instant Pot to ferment the dough. Add yogurt mode, knob to ceiling for 2 hours or until it doubles. As you can see, the dough has doubled and large air pockets has formed. I will now cover and keep the dough and the pizza sauce both in the fridge. My best practice is I prepare the dough and the pizza sauce one day prior and allow to rest both in the fridge overnight. Trust me, you will feel the taste with flavors within. However, if you are in a hurry, it's ready to be used same day. Dough and sauce ready, now let's bake. To bake pizza, either use inverted baking tray or a pizza stone. Pizza stone, I genuinely believe they are 100% worth the investment. They absorb the heat from your oven and help you achieve evenly baked crust by pulling excess moisture from the dough. Well, while the oven is still cold, place your baking stone, and for best pizzas, you will want to preheat your oven to the highest temperature possible. For my oven, it is 550 degrees Fahrenheit, and I will allow my baking stone to preheat for at least 40 minutes. Remember, higher the temperature, better the pizza. I prepared from the dough 2 thin crust 10-inch veggie pizza and 1 8-inch medium-sized cheese pizza. For 8-inch cheese pizza, using a rolling pin, stretch the dough into a circle that is 8-inch in diameter. Brush dough with little olive oil to the edge. Either use a fork or a pizza docker to make dimples in the dough. Spread prepared thick tomato sauce over the dough to within ½ inch of the edge. Transfer to a pizza pill or inverted baking tray that has been dusted with semolina or cornmeal. Make sure to shake the pizza pill lightly to ensure the base has not stuck to the pill. Distribute diced mozzarella chunks evenly. And once the oven is up to the temperature, carefully transfer the pizza to the hot stone. Cook until the cheese is melted and the crust is slightly brown. Takes around 10 to 12 minutes depending on the thickness and size. Sprinkle some fresh basil if available. Divide into equal slices and sprinkle some Italian seasonings. Treat your kids with this excellent homemade cheese pizza. I am drooling. For veggie pizza, I am taking some grape tomatoes, bell peppers, olives, onions, pickled jalapenos, baby spinach and 2 types of cheese, mozzarella and cheddar, and both of the cheese I have shredded using a food processor for ease. For thin crust veggie pizza, roll the dough into 10-inch diameter. Transfer the dough to the pizza pill, which I have floured with some cornmeal. Apply olive oil to the edge and use a pizza docker or a fork and create dimples. For veggie pizza, the key thing to remember is the pizza sauce, which has to be really thick or else they won't hang on to whatever is being dunked in them. Absolutely no watery pizza sauce here, please. Load it with some desired toppings and some cheese over it. The rule for making pizza is, there is no rule as such, and that's the best part of a pizza. Shape it your preference, slice it your preference. Pizza is always acceptable by one and all. Enjoy this absolute bliss beauty with some soup. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I loved making this video for you. Make it now for your family, and I'm telling you, I'm 100% sure you will bake it again and again with a huge demand from them. In baking series, pizza is the second recipe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications tab. Enjoy the carrot soup recipe. See you real soon with another interesting recipe. Till then, God bless and stay connected. Bye bye.